Right, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a lovely car. This is a 1.6 Civic diesel sport, obviously the latest i-DTEC version, and it's the 2015 facelift car. This is a Navigator model, so it's got the sat nav, rear parking camera, but a lovely car. So to come around the front of the car first if I can. It's a bit glary today, I do apologise. Front of the car, generally, I mean, the car's done 82,000 miles now. So the front of the car is very good, lights, lenses completely intact. Bonnet of course has picked up some stone chips along the way. There's no point saying there aren't, because of course there are. They're no worse than that you'd expect on a car this age or mileage, but there are a few there, so please do bear that in mind. Coming down the near side of the car first, very clean in the panel work. It's got these lovely black alloys on the car, sort of dark grey, but they look fabulous on the car. Full set of matching Michelin tyres, which is a good sign of ownership. The car was actually owned, I think it's by Honda Financial Services, had the car, so it's one of their own. And they're the only owner of the car. They've serviced it all the way through at the main dealers. Rear alloy again, very good. Back of the car looks fantastic on these new ones. The kind of smoked lenses, black diffuser low down. Got parking sensors fitted around on this car as well. Really is a fabulous looking vehicle. Going around to the off side of the vehicle, which has with the near side. It's very clean in the main panels. Rear alloy again, very good, with just a tiniest bit of curbing on there, which you're clearly going to expect. And then all very nice down this side. Fine alloy again, generally very good, just the tiniest bit of curbing. But overall, looking at the car, you know, certainly for the age and mileage and the price that's been offered at, in very nice condition. Coming into the boot area, which is absolutely enormous, of course, very well finished inside these cars. 60/40 fold, as you can see on the rear seat, and also you get this dual zone boot. So if you just pull back, drop it down, you've got another sort of 7 or 8 inches of boot depth, which is absolutely brilliant. Coming to the back of the car, you can see here with the seats in their vertical position, this forms part of this brilliant magic seat rear design, so you get this huge amount of extra space if you so wish, but everything's in lovely condition back here. Drop them down, literally just pull the bar up and it goes down as simple as that. Just to show you, unfortunately the shadow doesn't help, but the rear seats here again in lovely condition and a huge amount of rear leg room. Front passenger door card looks pretty much as new, all recesses lovely and clean. Footwell areas again, very clean. Front passenger seat, in all honesty, doesn't look as though it's been ever sat in. It's in such lovely condition. And then the front door card on the driver's side here, as with the passenger one, looks pretty much as new. And again, footwell areas in lovely condition. Driver's seat again in absolutely fantastic condition. So I sat inside the car now. Engine's running through this section, so you can see the dashboard illuminated. The dashboard looks pretty much as new. It's a real testament to the build quality of these wonderful machines. You can see their sat nav working absolutely perfectly. If I pop it into reverse, you get that lovely gridded parking camera as well. Everything has been kept in absolutely fantastic condition, it really has. So it's just all the little recesses even have been kept really nicely. If I come up here, try not to snag the wire, hopefully you can see. 82,636 miles, and there's no warning lights apart from the low fuel light on the car. When you're sitting inside the car driving, you should aim to have the steering wheel in that position so it's halfway between the rev counter below and the speedo above, and you've got that fantastic dashboard. I mean, what a lovely view to have when you're driving a car. But everything looks and feels pretty much as new in here. Certainly belies the miles it's actually done. Just quickly show you, owner's manual pack and navigation manual are here and present with the car. as is very importantly the lock and wheel nut key. So finally, just to come under this wonderfully presented engine bay from Honda. Fantastic engines, which are cam chain driven, no cam belt services. Absolutely fantastic. Apart from the service we've done, every single service has been done by the Honda main dealers. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic, and it's the 1.6 diesel sport. This particular car is registered CP15YHX, and mileage at the start of the road test is 82,636 miles. The reason we do these road tests is so, you know, potential customers of ours can actually get to see the very car we're advertising actually in operation. That way, if there's any issues on the car, we can and we will relay them back to you. I mean, we're fully aware that lots of our customers are travelling from all over the UK and also mainland Europe. So the least we can do is to come out and drive the car and show you it's in operation. It's also done on the same very quiet country roads, very close to our premises. So hopefully it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive on the vehicle. This particular car, as you'll know from the advert hopefully, was actually owned by Honda. From new, they've had it serviced at the main dealer, the same main dealer all the way through its life, apart from the very last service which we've literally just conducted on the vehicle. It'll also be going for an independent MOT as soon as I finish this test drive, so all will be in good order. The engine itself starts absolutely instantly, of course, settles to a completely smooth, even idle. Engine pulls absolutely beautifully. It's a fabulous, fabulous unit. It's plenty quick enough and powerful enough for the car, but the economy is absolutely astonishing. The figures that Honda quote are attainable. I've had a couple of these and I've averaged over 65 to the gallon out of mine, and that's doing a real mix of driving as well. No warning lights on the car at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car aside from a low fuel light at the moment, but that's it. Temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car, and the car's been running for well over an hour now, so it's up to full operating temperature. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. The clutch on the car feels pretty much as new. It's actuation smooth, precise. There's no vibrations whether the clutch is in or out, doesn't make any difference. Bite point is exactly where it should be on the clutch pedal as well, so all in fine order there. The 6-speed gearbox is one I've always kind of eulogised about. It's a wonderful gear change. This one's no different in that sense. It's got a lovely actuation to it. It's very precise. It's got a meaty mechanical feel to it. But even with 6 speeds, you can't get lost in the box. The springing on the gear change, I mean, when I go from second to third here now, just use your fingertips and let the car, the springing just guide you towards the next gear, straight down for fourth. And as with second to third, fourth to fifth is exactly the same. It's just brilliantly done, but it feels engineered, as in stark contrast to so many of its competitors. And I can't detect any wear in it at all, nothing. Steering of the car on these cars, really nice setup. It's got a nice weight to it, very precise. I hate wheel vibration on cars, and I've driven this back 50 miles now up the motorway at all the speeds available to me, and there's none at all. Track's absolutely bullet straight as well. So again, all in fine order, and I can't feel any wear through the steering of the car at all. It feels absolutely as new. Same goes for the suspension of the car. What I'm looking for on these road tests is just any signs where you might get some little sort of clunks or bangs from underneath, which I had on a CR-V on a previous road test recently. And it's normally just little anti-roll bar links, but can be more serious things. But this has got nothing. You can't hear anything from underneath it at all. They're very smooth riding, very comfortable, but also incredibly agile. The previous Civic to this one was always praised for its very dynamic, very agile vehicle, but it could get caught out over the sharper ridges. and a lot of magazines moaned about it. I didn't find it that bad, but I mean, I know some people did, especially if they did pure town driving. But this has answered all those questions and more. I mean, it's just wonderfully smooth. It feels solid and lovely on the road. It's fantastic. Brakes on the car, lovely solid brake pedal. There's no pulsing, no vibrations. It pulls straight and true, and I did a couple of hard brakes on the motorway when I came back to check them out, and everything was exactly as they should be. Looking around inside the vehicle, it's hard to believe it's done the miles, to be honest with you. It looks pretty much as new in here. Videos don't always do a car justice, and it certainly doesn't in here. On top of which, it's just such a brilliant dashboard. It's beautifully built. No squeaks, no buzzers, nothing from it at all. But you've got this wonderful view directly in front of this two-tier dashboard. And it all kind of wraps around you. You've got the high-up displays for the information you most commonly want, so speed, information display, MPGs, all that kind of stuff, trip meters. Then just down on the more conventional centre stack, you've got this huge sat-nav system which works really well. And then you've got the dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side. Air conditioning, by the way, pumps out absolutely ice cold air. And you know, we're marvelling in this wonderful summer we're having, and it's about 23 degrees outside and humid, but that's ice cold coming out. Switch gears of the very highest quality, they're absolutely fantastic. Looking around the rest of the dash itself, you got these more conventional pod of information directly beneath, and that gives you things like obviously your rev counter, your temperature gauge, and your fuel tank there as well, and all the gauges working exactly as they should. Steering wheel, nice sporty one with a little red insert down here. Again, really nice to use, perfect size, and just feels like new in hand. It really does. And you've got your telephone hands-free system there, built in for Bluetooth compatibility. As I said at the start of the video, I mean, if there's, you know, what we're looking for in these videos is something, you know, mechanical, where there might be an issue with the car when you're driving it and there's nothing on it. It drives absolutely perfectly. For one, you know, whether it's done 10 miles or 80,000 miles, I've given it no allowance. This drives just wonderfully well. However, as always, if I've missed something on the video, then please don't hesitate, do give us a call, and I'll happily answer any questions you might have about this car.